All right, we're live. Charizard Colby. We're back with some secret development in this case here, talking about self-diminishing compounds to wax your vintage cards. Pretty cool stuff. Go ahead and give us a like and follow. I brought out the gloves, all kinds of great stuff. Later on in the video, we're going to open up some Chaos Rising and Phantasmal Flames. Those are patiently waiting right here. And then we're going to go ahead and put cards into penny sleeves. So bought a bunch of cards from my buddy today. We will get into it. There's Italian and foreign cards in here. Then we'll go through the trade binder. I have like a perfectly centered basic Charizard and this little beautiful Pikachu. Look at that holo. He's gonna go into PC, but I'm hoping it didn't leak out. Here we have the secret formula, a little bit more of a scratches and binder copy polish, and then we have our refinement polish. We're gonna work with that today. Woo! Charizard Colby +1. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Put one of the cards down. Gone through so many penny sleeves. The trick is not pouring them out and having them all over the floor. Give it a thumbs up if you've had that experience. So there's also two other products. We have a glass cleaner and a spray wax. We're going to use all this stuff to refine it down. Welcome in, Charizard Colby live with the most cutest ever Pichu. First card getting polished out. Hey, welcome in, Greninja. He's so cute. I'm going to just leave him up for everybody and we'll go to the next Pichu, the clay figure one. We have the reverse holo, which is absolutely gorgeous as well. NPC, so these are going NPC, guys. Even though we're Charizard Colby, come on, everyone's got to have a girly binder. So we're going to select the polish I've been formulating. It's a self-diminishing compound, so it refines and gets smaller over time so it won't scratch, okay? I'm an automotive detailer by trade, and I've been developing these compounds for vehicles, and a few of them have translated over to the cards. So let's go ahead and get that to the bottom here. First time using it out of this little jar here. Like I said, we're developing new formulas here. So this Pichu card has quite a bit of Pokemold, as you can see. He's got little black dots all over him. We're going to go ahead and remove those. If you have any black dots on your cards, you can sometimes use like a spray wax or a glass cleaner. In this case, we're going to use a little bit of polish. We'll muddle it into the card. Some terms we're going to have to create here. All right, now I'll start from the center. Do little circles out. And as you get closer to the edge, you're going to want to push out. Let me get this little guy closer. And you just essentially don't want to catch an edge. And you don't want to get it too wet, and you can't push for too long. So there's kind of limitations. What's my rarest card? Probably a Gold Star Charizard. I also have a first edition Lugia, but if you want to talk rare, I have some world cards that the population counts are pretty low if that's the rarity that you seek. Yeah, world cards are pretty cool. The tournament cards are pretty rad. W, thank you. Guys, we just got a lot of that off. I'm gonna let it dry here for a second. I also want to eventually get a... Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, we're going to get a humidor, and on some of the more top cards, I'll be potentially using a humidor. So on these non-holos, we're going to have a little bit different technique. We're just wiping to the edge, making sure it's not getting too wet. Sometimes you can use a penny sleeve too to get underneath it and flip it. It's a little bit safer of a bet on the card. But some of these are, all of these are pretty well played, so we're not going to go too crazy on restoration today. But we do have a huge pile here of about 40 cards going with e-reader cards, first edition. I even have a banned card coming up right here in just a few. Every single one of these cards you're about to see tonight is either a rare or a foreign card. So these are the best of the best. Well, I can't say best of the best, but they're the rares of the day. Yo, Colby with a K, dude. Everyone used to call me Kobe Bryant, and so guess what I did naturally? I bought Kobe Bryant cards. And there's a pretty fat Kobe Bryant PSA collection in my closet right now, but it is in the safe, locked away. And a lot of those cards are just now picking up some traction, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's give it a super dry wipe here, and then we're going to put this Pichu in personal collection because the reverse one is so beautiful that I have. After that, guys, later tonight we're opening up quite a bit, not quite a bit, 3 packs, just a variety of packs. And what's the dry way? We're going to have a few Charizards I'll go ahead and shuffle through. So I'll stay true to the Charizards. Shout out the new Black Bolt for having the claymation figures. This is one of the OGs right here from 2007. Yo, I'm using a polish that I've actually been creating myself. I'm an automotive car detailer, so I went ahead and blended up a few different cocktails here today, and we're still sampling this stuff for the market potentially. If not, I'm giving it to all my homies already. Some of them know some of my secrets. So give it a like, give it a follow, guys. We're going to be restoring, like I said, there's a few first ed cards and stuff in here. There's a foreign Kangaskhan that's holo. I'll show you how to work that. Holo. And yeah, I've done a few of these cards to PSA, by the way, and they've came back and I've got decent grades. I've had first edition get upwards of PSA 8. So if anyone's worried about touching the card too much, there is limitations. These ones I'm taking a little bit further just because the cards aren't going to be perfect, and I'd rather them look cleaner than be perfect, because it's not going to get there. Some of them would take a lot of effort to get perfect. Like this little guy, he's got a crease on the bottom. I could put him in a humidor and not steam, but heat press him. I have a little heat press. So there's a lot of different techniques, but it also kind of comes down to how much time we want to put into each card. I could probably restore a card for a few hours if I wanted to. This card right here has a crease on the back right here, and that would be pretty dang hard to get out, so we're just collecting this for the artwork today, but at least it's cleaner. Anyway, what's your guys' favorite card? Curious. Oh. My buddy 3D printed that little holder there. Shout out my buddy. All right, what do you guys want to see? A first edition or a band card. We got 1 through 4 on the first edition or the band card. All right, the Zard. We're going to get there. We'll do the Zards in a little bit. First edition. Okay, how about this? Blaine's Magmar. I think he's really cool. He's like, why me? Why? There's actually a huge fire going on right now. And, yeah. All right. This one's not too bad, so we're going to bring out the detailer. I did mix up a different concoction in there. That's not what you see right now. I know I don't have any music right now because my other phone is in the car and it has to be copyright free, and I figured I would be chatting more with people. So that's where no music's at. Does it kill it without the music? I guess we gotta get the back just real quick. We are going to start speed running some of these. Oh, he's a little wet. We'll let him air dry. We'll let him air dry. All right, Electabuzz. Again, all these are going to be rares. I got 2. 1 for the and 1 for the. I know, I should just go grab my other one real quick. Give me 2 seconds and the stream will be that much better. Because we have about 5 pages of really cool, unique first ed and different kind of cards here. Just like that, we back. We back. Royalty-free music for live streaming. I've already got it like a few times. These songs always they're so shitty, but whatever. And then the ads throw in some copyright music that they paid for that you're not allowed. Oh, where's the live chat? I wish it would always stay up. Synthwave? Yeah, let's look at that, yeah, because like this hip hop's like too like makes me feel like I'm way back. Yo, we back in 2000 style. Blaine's Magmar. Not a ton of restoration going to be able to be had today. And they're kind of getting a heat warp on them. So sometimes when they start bending, they get a heat warp. It's good to press them, but typically you're going to want like a really big book Or like glass is even better, and then you can clamp it down. I'm sure people have seen that before. Let's do a homie request here. We're gonna look up a little synthwave instead of that like repetitive hip hop. Synthwave. I had to like think about how to spell synth for a minute. Synth radio. Oh, here we go. Had to click the free one. First edition Golem. Welcome in, everybody. It's Kojak, aka Charizard Colby. We got Blackface Jinx. This is a banned card. It's going in with the Misty that's holding the moon, where everyone thinks she's not wearing clothing. And then I have the other one where there's a little swastika in the corner. Yikes. That page is going to be pretty interesting when I put it up. I also need the one with the milk jugs, and I have Grimer looking up the skirt as well. The Japanese version had Grimer looking up the skirt of like a little schoolgirl, which was obviously not appropriate. So the corrected version they came out with, in the English, they just put that Grimer's eyeball point down on his eye, so he's not looking up. Like, what a fix. Woo! Alright, we got the Jinx Blackface. I think that's hilarious. Like, how can a Pokemon be blackface? But, you know, that's why now there's a committee in all of the countries where they actually have to review new Pokemon coming out to make sure it doesn't offend anybody. Can you believe that? There's an offensive Pokemon committee. Yeah, there's like a representative. The Pokemon company treats everyone pretty well, from what I've heard. Oh. Good call on the synthwave. Except it's hot up in here. I feel like it's a heat wave. Sometimes I like to do this on one of them. There we go. It's a little wet. We going ham up in here. I almost need glasses. I missed that thing twice. All right. We got the so offensive. Everybody, hide your kids, hide your wives. You do not want to see this card. It is highly offensive. Look at that. Reminds me of a tale. My ex stole about $10,000 worth of my Pokemon, but we're going to save that. We're going to save that for once we get our mugshot. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome into the live. Charizard Colby correcting a first ed Golem. We got the prop up. Here we go. I think with all the restoration in the world, poor little Rocky boy here, Golem, he is not coming back from the grave. I'll tell you that much. We're just doing what we can here. A little something here, a little something there. Boom! Two first sets down, two more to go. We got the Kangaskhan, but this is not really the important one. We have a foreign card here. We got to check it out. I forget what it is. Italian. You can see all the Pokemon getting out on there. Yo, I'm going to click it again. I'm going to check your messages. Yo, I get a shout out. I subscribe and watch all your streams. Hey, I was not knowing what to do in life until I saw your streams. Hey, bro, I got you. Yeah, Henry, the Boston fan. What up, Henry? Welcome in. Welcome in, my friend. Look, hey, you're my little Joey right here. I'm Kangaskhan, you're my little bud. Just hang in there. I hope everyone's doing good. I hope your Poke dreams are coming true. Let's see if we can get this one cleaned. Oh, that was a big chunk of Poke dirt. Poke grime, I heard. Because poke mold is actually a thing. I've heard about people having PSA slabs and there's moisture inside the card. And then it actually will start growing black dots and mold. Poke mold. Well, this is poke grime. I like to call it poke mold because it's black dots. But I guess we gotta start chiseling in on these terminologies here. Oh man, there's just like the worst piece of poke mold right there. I guess we could put the one we just cleaned like right behind me. There we go. Oh man, it's a little hard when they're not in a top loader. There she go. All right, we got our specially developed formulas here. I really appreciate that nice comment you left, man. You know, I was laying in bed, to be honest, and I was like, you know, I've been thinking about this, and I paid $144 for all these cards here, which I don't mind being transparent. And so I need to kind of take a few, put them in my PC. I need to clean a few. You do something with it. Ooh, that edge right there, just a little bit. Okay, I went a little fast on Tangy because he had a crease, but there's a few things I could still get off of him. I'm training to be a security guard. So, yeah, dude, if my friends, if they don't collect Pokemon static, I'm pretty much like, dude, you can't be my friend. No, I get what you mean. No, not all of them collect Pokemon, but you know what's cool is my best friend collects Pokemon, and his son is I'm his godfather, and it's one thing that brings us together. And I have nieces, and that also brings us together. So, Pokemon's a beautiful hobby. I think it's multi-generational. It doesn't matter your age or what you're up to. Um, there's so many different facets for the Pokemon that I can just relate to people. I have customers that come in and get their card cleaned, and uh, they'll be chatting about this or that, or we get talking about hobbies, and I say Pokemon, and they go off too. They got it. They do it. So it's fun, man. You never know. I was in Taco Bell the other day, and I was standing in line, and I had already ordered, and a guy comes walking by, an old man with gray hair, and he had a Pokemon shirt on. And he walked by me and he sits down, and I'm thinking, I should ask if he likes Pokemon. When he got back up and walked around, I was like, hey, I like your shirt. He's like, oh, thanks. It's like, do you collect the Pokemon cards? He's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, you got any good cards? And he's like, yeah, I got quite a bit. He's like, but it's all going to my daughter. And I was like, you got first eds? He's like, oh yeah, a bunch of first eds. I was like, you got a Charizard? He's like, I actually do. And he's like, but you know what's crazy? That's not even my big card. I have sports cards that are way bigger than that first ed Charizard. I was like, what? So it's kind of crazy. You just never know. Like, I don't know if that guy was bluffing or not, but he had a Pokemon shirt on. He was old enough to be opening first edition packs, so. It's not like they were unheard of back then. All right, one page down. Do you have any Beckett slabs? You know, my buddy just sent out the Beckett because PSA is closed down right now, or it's all, you have to pay like $80 per. Well, my buddy sent out for 15 days at Beckett, you can get your card back. And it was like 105 or 115 bucks. But I've heard before that Beckett's kind of dying and it's more of a sports thing. And that even if it's a 10, Beckett will just give you a 9.5 anyway. That's like the running joke. So guys, we have a dark Doug trio. The reason I got this one is because there's an Italian one or a Spanish one actually. And then I have the error version as well. So some of these cards are going into PC. Not everything is. Like my buddy likes to joke, you scalp cards. I don't scalp cards. I take cards, I clean them up, and I find them more beautiful homes. You know, I'm a collector's mate. All right, I'm refining things into their best version. My buddy's been collecting the legendary cards where the top and the bottom they match an image together, and oh. Let's get the back of this one real quick. Where they match an image to, oh yeah, everyone want to see my cat? Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see this really cool cat. Come here, come here. Everybody needs a cat break. Dance with your cat. His name's Yukiharu. He's a Bengal cat. He's about 4 years old. Except he gets his hair all over my stuff. All right, was that good for the cat move? Hey, we got another like for that. That's what's up. That's why I made him a part of the channel. If you guys actually read it, talks about my cat and then the photos with my kitty cat too. He's in everything. Thumbs up for the cat, everybody. Oh. I almost put in Doug Trio upside down. It's so funny when you buy a card from a vendor and you pull them out from the wrong side. I'm like, that's wrong. Does anyone have opinions on that? Okay, now the Doug Trio is going over here because he's freshly cleaned. He's in the Pokey Clean. Everyone say goodbye to the Blackface Jinx, the band card going in with my other band ones. The first edition pile's going in. So the rest, every card's rare in here. It has a rare emblem and it's hollow. I take that back, except maybe like a rare one where it's the Groudon. Come on, he's too cool. I had to pick it for $1. Can I get $1? Got a Team Magma's Groudon. Quick clean. It's like the Pokemon game. Turning bulk into Charizards. Bulk into Charizards. I just cooked that one. Can't really set it back on there. So annoying. Yeah, that's the thing. I got them all at like a heavy played or damage price, and then I'm cleaning them all up, getting all the binder junk off of them, and I'm going to see if I can ask just a little bit more, and keeping a few of them, things like that. All right, everyone, help me keep an eye out for swirls and extra like hollow bleed and patterns like that. Sometimes it actually picks up better up on the camera. Oh, dude, this one's so sick. Okay, now we're going to get more into the polishing part. Dang, it's hot up in my household. Yeah, isn't that one sick? Guys, we got like 4 pages of these really cool like 2007, 6 like Gold Star era hits. So this is my favorite polish that I've designed so far. It's self-diminishing compounds, so it doesn't scratch and it starts refining over time. Whew, gotta learn to breathe in here. Jeez Louise, I don't have my AC up. It's been like a challenge of mine. Everyone says like Americans overuse their AC, so like I've been trying not to use my AC too much. See if I can live with it, and it's hard. At least I'm not like a super smelly guy. Yuki, stop. You're a good boy. You just come play Pokemon with Colby. Come here. So you just want to stay away from the character a little bit, and then you can kind of like work it out. Technically, if it was even more of a hot card, I'd keep my gloves on. What up, what up? How you doing, Greg? What are you up to, brother? Yeah, so I would start by, you get them all, and then you look up this number down here. You type in their name, and then you type in that one by one, man. Yeah. Okay, if you have complete sets, then it's easier. You can just use AI. Say, like, what's a complete master set of fossil or jungle? Now, if they're super, super clean, you might want to consider getting them all graded. But if there's damage or flaw conditions or any whitening, like more than a few little pieces per card, then go ahead and just sell it as a lot, or you can keep it as, you know, your collection. But just drop that Metagross. It's all right. They were all pretty played anyway. If you live in Oregon, I'll take a look. Yeah, homie. If you live in Oregon, I'm a good buyer for it. Yeah, so if they're on a ringed binder, if they have a ringed binder, you're going to have problems where they get little dents in them. But potentially not. Some of them get spared from that play. Hopefully yours are just minty as all. My buddy sent me his old cards from his dad's house, and I just restored them all. And I got very few left here. In this case, we're going to go through is my trade pile, so everyone can see what a current, I guess, amateur vendor is working with right now. Dude, I hope you get those, and like I said, you just got to go buy them one by one. If there's no whitening or bluing on the outside edges and and the centering looks really, really good, consider grading it. If they all look super, super minty, I would say grade like a few at a time just to check it out. Nice, yeah. Send in just a few, just to sample. Don't get too overzealous, thinking like they're all graders. I've heard of people doing that and you waste a bunch of money, but it's really, really hard. Like, I've had brand new cards with zero whitening on them pull 7s. So there can be condition issues you gotta consider. Hey guys, we got a Spanish Diglett. Yeah, can I get a thumbs up for the Spanish Diglett? A Spanish Diglett from 1999. What the hell? The moisture stuck it together. Magnezone. It's a holo. DP slash 1090 2007 8 slash 130. Fuck. No, hey. Cat tried to pee on my couch in defiance, and I caught him. What a bully. Now we're gonna try a little orange. A little orange. They had a whole other part of the card stuck to them.
Is that two hollow, or is that two swirls right by his head? Breaking that 1 hour mark. We got 2 or 3 more pages. Wow. Holy hollow foil, that is such a pretty card. Yo, is it double hollow? Guys, did this card get double hollow? I can't tell. It almost looks like it's got double hollow foil with like a massive swirls in it. This thing's really cool. Same thing with this foreign Italian Kangaskhan. Look at those hollow foils, y'all. They look double stamped. Dude, that Kangaskhan is thick. Hi, welcome into me lonely chat. How are you, mate? I'm cleaning up my e-reader card. Just a measly Pokemon trainer. Just a measly Pokemon trainer. Alright guys, well my battery's at 5%. It's super fumbly to go put a charger on it. I appreciate everyone stopping by. Alright, I'm going to go through the last of these piles here. Flygon. Oh man, I really wanted to open those live. We have a 4-in Dark War Turtle, a 4-in Charmander, a 4-in Diglett, really cool Espeon, and a bunch of other holos, as well as a Luxray Worlds card. But I appreciate everyone stopping in. I hope you're having a good Pokemon time. This is how I sort all my bulk. Here's what we were able to do on stream today. So not too bad. I kind of polish it up and assess it, see if anything's gradable. In this case, it was all just a good deal. So I'm going to convert it into Charizards. All right, stay tuned for more. Charizard Colby out.